Illegitimi non carborundum. Latin for don't let the bastards win. That's a quote from not the governor, but our first lady earlier today. I'm sure a lot of you saw the little 1-minute clip of her announcing that she is now officially back on the campaign trail. The left is running for the exits at this point. They've given up, and they are trying to analyze some type of a post-mortem in Florida about what happened and how they could have gotten it so wrong for so long. Now, I do apologize. This video, the audio was not good, but do understand, these press conferences are not designed to have microphones and audio that deal with rock star level applause and hooping and hollering and screaming. So it was a little bit difficult to hear her, but most got the idea that we are putting our foot on the accelerator and we're not stopping, and we are not going to let the bastards win. That was a quote that she had related that her father told her whenever she was facing an uphill battle. This little game that they've been playing for the last year and a half of pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, it's all about to fall apart in a way that not many could have predicted. Many thought that after the inauguration in 21 that there was no cause for hope. In fact, quite the opposite was true. It was a rebirth of actual conservatism at the state level. They don't like to talk about the, 18, 20 states that have revamped all of their voting laws, and the complete and total failure of the Biden administration to enact anything from their agenda at all. And the small victories they have had have been completely tossed out of the states. The total ineffectual leadership. They have no way to even explain it to themselves. That's why they're so angry and lashing out. And it reminded me of something. In the military, there's something called SEER School. Survival, Evasion, Resistance, and Escape. The idea of SEER School isn't really to teach you how to make a fire out in the middle of nowhere, or how to cook a rabbit, or build a shelter. The idea of SEER School is to find out how much you can take before you break and you become an emotional little noodle instead of a thinking, focused asset of the military. How long does that take? What does it take? That's their job, to find out where your limit is. Now, inadvertently, here online, that's exactly what the left has done or tried to do to conservative voices. They didn't realize what they were doing by making things so unfair, by skewing things so much to their ideas, trying to create some type of a leftist political agenda that they thought people on the right would just go away and they would just fold like, I'll say it again, like little noodles. It didn't happen. Some did. But those who survived, those who stuck it out, those that realized it was just about getting through the unfairness to the other side, the left is starting to realize they have created a juggernaut that they can't deal with. And I have some proof for it. We've gone through hell, basically, conservative voices, in the last 2 years, 3 years. Really started all the way back in 17, when the big waves of algorithms and demonetization came in and made people second guess what they could say, what they couldn't say. When, of course, if you're on the other side, you can say anything you want about anybody. They made life easy for them, but they made them soft. And they made us harder, tougher, keener, smarter. I was going through some old videos on my channel, and I found something. Now, over the last 5.5 years, I've put up almost 2,000 plus videos, so there's a lot to go through. But I found something. November 8th and 9th of 2020, somehow, some way, 2 videos talking about what really happened, and I'll just leave that to your imagination, have somehow defeated the algorithm because they've been human reviewed and confirmed not only okay for public consumption, but okay for monetization, which is even a higher level. And those are right here. This is a page that I don't normally show because it's on the inside of the YouTube studio that's meant primarily just for creators. I just wanted to show this. This is one of them, and I'll let you read the titles. They're pretty clear here. Official Google data now proving something that is impossible. This one. And this one. And I went through these and I listened. I'm like, I can't believe these made it through. How did they make it through? And I've shared them in posts, and I've put them on my Facebook page and on my New Truth Social page and on my Twitter page, and shared it in all of them, all over the place. And there's been no pushback. See, I think they've just given up. I think they have just now, they want you to continue to believe in the man behind the curtain. But at this point, I mean, they have labels on them. But this one has 26,525 views. This one has 74,391 views. And this one has 34,194 views. See, there was this allegation I made that there was going to be a revolt inside the Democrat Party because this whole idea of saying that Joe Biden was more popular than Barack Obama. Yeah, a lot of people weren't going to be so much for that coming out. And lo and behold, here we are now, a year and a half later. And what have we seen? A massive revolt. A massive revolt. Inside the Democrats. They've collapsed. They have totally and completely collapsed. Here it is on Twitter. Just wanted to share this. Here it is on Facebook. Just so you know, I'm not kidding. This is over at Patreon. Wanted to cover this real quick before I forgot. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, there's no more buy the dip sticks out there saying looking like a good time to buy the dip. They are now seriously talking about crypto zero. Even the most staunch advocates are talking about crypto zero going to naught. Because it had dropped down to 28 and it's barely holding. I mean, this is the 5-day. In 5 days, it's gone from 35 to 29. Over the last month, it's gone from 40 to 29. It's absolutely horrible what's happening, but it's about finding your breaking point and going beyond it. And that's kind of where we are. The left is giving up. They're starting to crack. Something is happening. Because those videos, and I'll give you the links down first pinned comment, shouldn't have made it through. But they did. And you'd have to ask yourself, why? What's going on? Have they run out of people? Have their algorithms failed? Are they just kind of winging it now? You see, there could be giant openings in their armor. And they're just trying to keep you from looking at it. So now is the time, if you're a conservative voice, to start to speak, to come back, to start putting up videos again, to start pushing and probing at their defenses, because right now they're weak. They're weak and we're strong, and everybody with half a brain can see this. What's coming in November is going to be worse than an earthquake and a hurricane combined for the left. It's going to be the end of them. They may never win an election or hold any real power in this country ever again after November. And that, I don't believe that to be overstating the case. They blew their wad on what happened in November 2020, thinking that they could sweep. And they failed. And I think that explains why Obama, after everything was said and done, was not happy. Because he thought that they had finally gotten over the hump, so to speak, that conservatism would be dead. And now here, a year and a half, it's stronger than it's ever been. Our First Lady laid it out in 1 minute. We're coming for you. And this time, we're not going to stop until we have total surrender. God bless. Like, share, subscribe. And once again, down first pinned comments, I will share those links. I think you'll find them interesting. God bless. Like, share, subscribe. Join us on Patreon. We'll see you guys next time.